Hi everyone. Today I am going to discuss a poem, namely Ulysses, written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson belongs to the Victorian period. Naturally, his poems deal with the ethos of Victorian society. But Tennyson is said to be the belated romantic poet. It is because his poems deal with some salient features of romantic poetry, as for example, fascination to past and the lyricism and simplicity of language, and also the element of melancholy. So, in his poems, we will have the features of Victorian poetry and features of romantic poetry. Now, Ulysses lost his friend, bosom friend, namely Arthur Henry Hallam, in 1833. Naturally, he fell into psychological comatose, and to come out of that comatose, he intends to recreate the myth of Odyssey. It is because he thought that this poem Odyssey, better to say epic, Odyssey, is fit for coming out of the psychological breakdown. That's why in 1842 he published this poem Ulysses. Now the title Ulysses. Ulysses is a Roman word. It is the Roman version of the Greek word Odysseus. It means Odysseus in Greek mythology and Ulysses in Roman mythology are the same person. Right? Ulysses is the king of Ithaca, an island of Greece, and he goes to the Trojan War, and for long 10 years he fights in the Trojan War. While coming out of the battlefield, he fell into so many problems, and he takes much 10 years. He takes more 10 years to come out to the land of Ithaca. It means after 20 years he comes back to Ithaca, and now on reaching the land he appears to be a misfit. He cannot adjust his own life with the life prevalent in Ithaca. So it is in this situation Mr. Tennyson writes this poem. Now let's see the text of the poem. So it little profits that an idle king by this steel hearth, meaning it does not profit at all. It is profitless to a king who is not willing to lead idle life. He hates the laziness. Ulysses, the word Ulysses symbolizes adventure, journey, unstoppable something, activity, hyperactivity. Naturally, Ulysses considers the domestic activities, domestic affairs to be still. Steel hearth refers to domestic hearth. Among these barren crags, the land of Ithaca is said to be barren crags. Normally it is less productive land. But in the eyes of Ulysses, this hearth becomes still or passive, and crags, meaning land of Ithaca, seems to be infertile. Matched with an aged wife, most significant line. Actually, his wife Penelope is not older than him by calendar, but because of the activity, Ulysses represents hyperactivity, whereas his wife Penelope represents hyperpassivity. So, because of that passivity, she seems to be aged, and Ulysses cannot adjust with her. I mate and dole. I mate and dole meaning I rule and I give administration. Right? Dole meaning helping the citizen with the help of some monetary help. Mate meaning rule. Unequal laws unto a savage race. Now the people of Ithaca will not be able to conform with Ulysses' decision. They cannot take the rules and regulations of Mr. Ulysses. That's why Ulysses' laws will be unequal to the savage race. Savage meaning here uncivilized. Actually, they are not destructive. They are right in their own way. But judging in the eyes of Mr. Ulysses, they are nothing but savage race that hoard and sleep and feed and know not me. Look at the style of domestic life. They hoard meaning they save their earnings and sleep and feed. They only do upload and download, and they will not be able to know Mr. Ulysses. Ulysses is another dimension. I can't rest from travel. Look at the intention of Ulysses. He cannot stop. He needs the travel every time. I will drink life to the ledge. Look at the metaphor. The life is compared to a delicious wine, costly wine. As we drink the last trace of the wine, so Ulysses wants to enjoy his life to the very marrow, to the very surface, bottom surface. All times I have enjoyed greatly. Whatever Ulysses does is extreme. Ulysses does not have the middle station. Whenever he enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly. Look at the extremity. Look at the extremity. If he suffers greatly. Both with those that loved me and alone. It is not that Ulysses suffered or enjoyed alone. He also suffered and enjoyed with partners. In all situations of life, he always represents extremity. On shore meaning in the lands. While traveling in the lands, he suffered or enjoyed greatly, both alone and with the partners. And when through scudding drifts the rainy hyads, meaning when the atmosphere of the sea is very bad, in that time too Ulysses suffered or enjoyed greatly. Now hyads, rainy hyads actually means a V-shaped constellation of 7 stars. It is believed that if this constellation is seen in the sky, then the atmosphere of the sea will be inclement. The storm and raining will be there. Vexed dim sea, meaning rainy hyads, just made the weather inclement. The sea became dim and there was vexation, meaning irregular storm. I am become a name. Now Ulysses is a universal name. He has become a myth. He has become a myth for always roaming with a hungry heart. Look at the heart of Ulysses. He is always traveling and traveling and traveling, and he wants to gather much more knowledge, and that's why he always moving or forwarding or traveling with hungry heart. Meaning he is not being gratified. He is not being satisfied with a little knowledge or little traveling. Right? Much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments, myself not least. Look at the cynical approach. Look at the cynicism. Whenever he has gone, he has known about the cities of men, their climates, their manners, their council and government, etc. Meaning Ulysses does not superficially travel. He travels with his own heart and he mixes with the citizens of the place he travels. Myself not least. Meaning my stature is not average. I am not like Ramsam Jodu Madhu Kodhu. I am above the average. But honored of them all. Honored of them all meaning, look at the passivity. The passive construction is there. I am honored by everybody. I am honored by the people. I have travelled and drunk delight of battle with my peers. Peers meaning the same category, same ranking soldiers, fighters. And he has drunk the delight of battle. Look at the approach. Look at the thinking. The battle is said to be again wine, and he drinks the delight. He is such a man that he can extract delight out of the battlefield. Right? So, Ulysses is not like many of us. Ulysses is different dimension. Ulysses is completely different. For on the ringing plains of windy Troy, if the battlefield in Troy is said to be windy and ringing, there will be sound, much sound of the weapons striking one another. And windy Troy meaning the battlefield is normally outside the city. So naturally the current of air must be there. The current of air, the current of wind is of course high intense. So I am a part of all that I have met. Obviously, I have already told you that Ulysses is always mixing with the people wholeheartedly, and he imbibes all sorts of information from the traveling land. Yet all experience is an arch wherethrough glimpse that untraveled world whose margin fades. Look at the approach of Ulysses. He is not satisfied that I have traveled much, that's why I should stop traveling. No. He considers that so far he have traveled. So far he have traveled is nothing but an arch. And through the arch, he looks to the lands which have yet not been traveled. Forever and forever when I move. The more he moves, the margin of the land untraveled more moves, more increases. How dull it is to pause to make an end. Ulysses is unstoppable. Ulysses hates stopping, hates pausing to make an end. Ulysses' dictionary does not have the word ending. To rust unvarnished, look at the metaphor again. If we put an iron in the open space, then it will be rusted, meaning it will be of browning color something, its durability will be lost. not to shine in use. Right? The more we use something, the more bright it is. It will be much more bright. Ulysses wants to be more shining, more brightening by never-ending activities, by never-ending traveling, as though to breathe your life, as though to breathe your life. Right? You are alive. How can we know? We can know that you are alive because you are breathing. Right? You are breathing. Life piled on life, we are all too little, and of one to me, little remains. Ulysses thinks that the 7 lives will be unfit for traveling all the nook and corners of the universe. And he repents that he has been given only 1 life, and the land share of that life has been already spent. Some few more years is remaining. That's why he repents that he will not be able to travel all the nook and corners of the universe. But every hour is saved. Look at the meaning. If he employs each and every hour, it will be one kind of saving. It will be one kind of saving, meaning utilized. A bringer from the central silence, meaning doomsday. Before coming of the doomsday, if he uses all the seconds of his life, then the seconds will be utilized and it will be a positive thing. A bringer of new things. Bringer meaning harbinger, meaning messenger. If he travels, if he activates himself, each and every seconds will be harbinger of new thing. Something more, a bringer of new things, while it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself. 3 suns refers to 3 stages of human life: boyhood, adulthood, oldhood. If we always hoard and hoard and hoard, then when should we enjoy? When should we enjoy? And this grey spirit, meaning, of course, he refers to himself. He has been grey, meaning his hair has been grey, he has been old, yearning in desire. Still, his desire is unlimited. To follow knowledge like a sinking star. He wants to follow knowledge like a sinking star. At first, we should consider Ulysses to be a star who is activating till the last second of his recorded time, and we will again compare the sinking star to the knowledge. Right? Knowledge meaning Ulysses wants to gather knowledge till the last second of his time. As the star is never ending, the knowledge is also never ending, beyond the utmost bound of human thought. Actually, Ulysses wants to cross the margin. In this line, we can feel that it is like a crossing bar. He wants to cross the margin of human thought, meaning he does not want to be in the mundane world. Actually, he wants to cross the bar, meaning he wants to die while in activity, meaning he wants to die in harness. So, thank you. Hope you have understood well.